43 million Americans have medical debt on their credit report right now. 43 million. And most of them have no idea that a bill sitting in collections, a bill they might not even legally owe, can drop their credit score by as much as 100 points. But here's what the collection agencies are counting on you never finding out. You have the right to challenge that bill, and in many cases, the debt disappears completely before it ever touches your score. This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute legal or financial advice. So how do you actually do it? Let's get into it. Here's what usually happens. Someone gets a surprise medical bill. Maybe it's from an out-of-network provider they didn't choose, or a procedure their insurer partially denied. They ignore it, or they can't pay it. And within 180 days, a collection agency buys that debt for pennies on the dollar, sometimes as little as 4 cents per dollar owed. And then they come after you for the full amount. Now, here's the part that stings. The average American doesn't dispute that bill. They either pay it to make it go away, or they let it sit and watch their credit score crater. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the CFPB, found that more than half of all accounts in collections are medical debt, and a huge portion of those bills contain error, billing mistakes, duplicate charges, insurance payments that were never credited. One study estimated the average disputed medical bill had an error worth over $300. And under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, known as the FDCPA, you have rights that most people never use. The collection agency has specific obligations, and if they fail to meet them, they lose the right to collect. Think about that. The system is designed to make you feel like you have no choice. You do. So here's how to actually fight back. 3 steps. Each one has teeth. The first thing you do is send a debt validation letter. The moment a collection agency contacts you, you have 30 days under the FDCPA to demand that they prove the debt is yours, that the amount is accurate, and that they have the legal right to collect it. You send this letter, certified mail, return receipt requested. That paper trail matters. Once they receive it, they must stop all collection activity until they can validate the debt in writing. If they can't, or don't, within a reasonable time, they have no legal standing to keep pursuing you, and you can demand the account be removed. A lot of people skip this step because they assume the debt is legitimate. That assumption costs them. Has a medical bill ever shown up in collections without any warning? Drop it in the comments. I read every one. The second step is to pull your credit reports and dispute the entry directly. Under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA, every American is entitled to a free credit report from all 3 major bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, through annualcreditreport.com. You check every medical collection entry for errors, wrong dates, wrong amounts, the wrong account holder, a debt that was already paid or settled but still showing active. Any inaccuracy gives you grounds to file a formal dispute with the Bureau in writing. The Bureau then has 30 days to investigate. If the collection agency can't verify the information, the entry must be removed. Not updated, remove. And here's something most people don't know. As of 2023, under new credit reporting guidelines, medical debts under $500 are no longer supposed to appear on credit reports at all. The 3 major bureaus agreed to stop reporting them. If a debt under $500 is still on your report, that alone is grounds for removal. If this is already happening to you, keep watching. Because the third step is where most people leave serious money on the table. And if you want the other tactics collectors count on you not knowing, that's exactly what we break down here every week. Subscribe so you don't miss it. The third step is negotiating a pay-for-delete agreement, if the debt is legitimate and you do owe it. This is where the dynamic flips. Collection agencies bought your debt for almost nothing. They have room to negotiate. Some people in this situation contact the collection agency directly, in writing, and offer a partial settlement, sometimes 50 cents on the dollar or less, in exchange for a written agreement that they will remove the account from your credit report entirely upon payment. You never pay first. You get the deletion agreement in writing before a single dollar changes hands. Because once you pay, your leverage is gone. Now, not every collection agency will agree to this, but many will, because something is better than the 4 cents they paid for it. And if they refuse but the debt is old, you check your state's statute of limitations on medical debt. In many states, a debt older than 3 to 6 years is time-barred, meaning they can't sue you to collect it, Paying it can actually restart that clock. So knowing the timeline matters. Medical debt in collections feels like a wall, but it's actually a door, if you know which handle to pull. 3 steps. Validate the debt. Dispute the errors. Negotiate deletion if you owe it. Do all 3 in writing. Keep every receipt. And if a collector is calling you right now, there's a specific script that stops them legally in their tracks. That breakdown is already on the channel.